Hi, and welcome to Purposeful Progress newsletter. I'm Shannon Lovegren. I am here to give you tips and tricks on sustainability, life hacks, and introduce you to a fabulous change maker of the week. So let's get into it.
Hi, change makers. They say that your network is your net worth, according to Tim Sanders. And as part of starting the Climate Based Fellowship, I have been networking on hyperdrive. And it has me thinking networking is more than just building your net worth. It's a mirror of who you are, what you believe, and where you're going. And it's how we build community. And they say that you are the accumulation of the 5 people nearest you. So, who professionally do you want to be? Is your inner circle a reflection of that ambition? If not, perhaps it's time to build your network so that it reflects where you want to go. Like, eyes on the prize here. If you want to be in the C suite, go talk to C suiters. If you want to build something, go meet a founder. If you want to change your career from X to Y, go meet people who do Y. And that said, building a network isn't about acquiring people just to fuel your ambition. It's not about using people. It's about being intentional about who you want to surround yourself with. It's about curiosity for what others are doing and how you can help them achieve their goals. And it's about growing and succeeding together. So here's how to start shaping a network that aligns with where you want to go. Number 1, identify people who embody what you aspire to become. If you don't know them, reach out, ask questions, seek opportunities to learn from them. Number 2, give back, mentor, share your knowledge, and help somebody who's a bit earlier in their journey. And then 3, seek balance. If everyone in your network is where you are, that's where you're staying. So be intentional. So, how do you do that? Number 1, you audit your 5 closest professional relationships. What qualities do they have? What mindset do they nurture in you? Do they push you forward? Do they keep you aligned? Do they inspire you? And then number 2, mind the gap. Who are you missing in your inner circle to reflect where you want to go? Maybe it's somebody in leadership with skill sets that you want to build, or someone geographically where you want to move to. And then 3, outreach intentionally. A simple message, a coffee invite, attending events, joining online groups. Invest in small steps to connect with those who inspire you. And then finally, give forward. Share your knowledge, open doors, support someone else's growth. The energy that you bring to others often returns to you in unexpected ways. So, yes, your network is your net worth, but it is also your community. So, make sure that you have people ahead of you for guidance, that you have peers for camaraderie and good times, and those who look up to you for purpose.
Hi, and now it is my pleasure to introduce the change maker of the week, Nishant. Hey, Nishant, tell me about yourself and what you're passionate about.
So I guess I've always been just kind of like fascinated by the way people move around the world. I grew up traveling and moving around between the States and India. So, looking at the way people move about their daily lives, to get to work, to school, whatever is actually important in their lives. And then also how do they move across the world and also move their bodies. So because of that, I've always been interested in mobility and transportation, and that kind of comes to what I was looking at, which was how do we make mobility and specifically personal mobility a little bit more sustainable for people?
Oh, interesting. Well, tell me, how do you see yourself as a change maker in this space?
I think at least one of the opportunities I see is to make transportation a little bit more accessible. So if one of the biggest issues you have, especially with electric mobility, which even as recently as this past week, there was an article about this guy who had bought an auto rickshaw to do a delivery service in India. And he realized that in the winter, his range was cut by so much that he's actually going back to a diesel vehicle. So a lot of times we need to figure out how do we have proper charging infrastructure and battery technology such that people don't feel that type of range anxiety or even run into those issues to begin with. So what I'm exploring is how do we create common standards for doing charging for all micro mobile vehicles. We obviously have charging standards for consumer electronics with USB-C. And then with EVs above 400 or 200 volts, we have charging standards there. But for some reason in between, we don't have anything. So that's kind of what I'm exploring is how do we build common charging standards and then accordingly also build battery technology that's adaptable to that as well as friendly for travel, whether it be by land or by air.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're going to be traveling around the world, you're going to need to be able to take your battery from this place to that place. So
Exactly.
interesting. Okay. Well, what are you working on now and how can we help you achieve your goals?
So currently, I'm building the actual charging infrastructure. So there's this common charger that might be used for either B2C or B2B applications, where you can plug in any bicycle, any scooter, whatever, and it'll charge your device. It'll negotiate with your vehicle, whatever voltage it needs, or whatever current it needs. So there's some electronics work that's happening in the background, but the current request, right, or the need is to actually find manufacturer partners that'd be interested in exploring a solution like this. So whether it's like bike manufacturers or scooter manufacturers who are interested in piloting a program where they can standardize their own charging, or if it's businesses that are operating their own rideshare businesses. So for example, I spoke to this woman in Switzerland who runs a battery leasing program for delivery drivers in Kenya and Rwanda. And when every time they change out their batteries, it's a huge capital expense for them to also change out all the charging infrastructure as well. So companies that are looking to do rideshare platforms, whether they're hyper local like that or more national, that are interested in exploring a product like that, that's the kind of need that I have right now.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being part of the Purposeful Progress newsletter. I appreciate you and I'm excited to highlight a change maker like you. I will get your LinkedIn profile and attach that to the newsletter. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shannon. Yeah, it was wonderful chatting, and yeah, I appreciate you taking the time to ask the questions.
All right. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching the Purposeful Progress newsletter. Hit like and subscribe, tap that bell so you don't miss an episode. And if you want to go deeper, look into my Sustainability for Changemakers course and subscribe to our newsletter. Links are below. And if you would like one-on-one coaching with me, go to shannonlovegren.com. And I will see you next time.